is moving incredibly fast. Time, it's flowing backward. What the hell are all these bones? Was there a war here? Or a massacre? Prepare for your first trial. What is this? Shackles. What the hell is going on? I heard that aspirants usually receive scenarios that give them at least some degree of freedom. Sometimes, they're even placed in the roles of privileged people or powerful warriors. So why am I being dragged around in chains like a slave? Damn it. This is the worst possible starting scenario. What's this? I've never seen letters like this before. I can read them, but somehow I can understand them. Name, Sunless. True name, Sunless. Rank, Aspirant. Core, Dormant. Memories, none. Echoes, none. Attributes. Fated. Mark of Divinity. Child of Shadows. They say the spell values balance just as much as it values challenge. So I should at least get a powerful aspect out of this, right? Aspect, Temple Slave. Aspect, Description. A slave is a worthless wretch with no notable skills or abilities. A temple slave is rarer, but just as worthless. What the actual hell is this? They said there were no useless aspects. What a load of bullshit. Fated. Attribute description. The strings of fate are wound tightly around you. Unlikely events, both good and bad, are drawn toward you by your presence. There are those who are blessed, and there are those who are cursed. But rarely are they both. You little shit. Watch where you're going. You got a death wish. No need to bother with him. That weakling will be dead by sunrise anyway. The mountain you kill him. I doubt a nightmare spell will let me off that easily. Most likely, it'll be a pack of monsters that kills us. On this freezing mountain, how many of us do you think will actually survive? Speak for yourself, fool. I'm planning to survive. What a charming pair. This mountain pass is usually much warmer at this time of year. We just had incredibly bad luck. I also advise you against harming this boy. Why is that? Haven't you seen the markings on his skin? He isn't like the rest of us, who ended up in slavery because of debts, crimes, or misfortune. He was born a slave. A temple slave, to be precise. Mark of Divinity. Attribute description. You bear a faint scent of divinity, as though someone touched by it long ago briefly left their mark upon you. So what? Not long ago, the Imperials destroyed the last temple of the Shadow God. I suspect that's how this boy ended up here. Do you really want to risk angering a god? Hey, you there. Is there a problem? It's nothing, sir. We're all just tired and cold. I was only worried that this journey might be too difficult for the young one. What are you looking at? Hang in there a little longer, child. Once the sun sets, we'll stop and make camp. Child. Who is he calling a child? I'm almost 17. He doesn't even look that much older than me. Here. Drink some water. Does this slaver really think giving me water makes him a good person? What do you think you're doing? I was just giving the boy some water. Shut your mouth. These slaves are not your friends. Understood? They're not even people. Don't let me catch you making friends with slaves again, rookie. Next time, it'll be your back tasting my whip. I don't know how, But before I die, I'll watch you die first. And you'll be next. Halt the march. We'll make camp here. Damn Imperials. I ate better than this when I was in prison. And most of us were waiting to visit the gallows. He complains non-stop, but he sure is well. Since we're all chained together, I don't really have a choice. What a pain in the ass. But I should still try to keep my distance from everyone as much as possible. Clean air. Where else would I ever find air this clean in the real world? Being chosen by the spell does have its advantages, I guess. I should check my attributes again. I didn't get a good enough look at them earlier. Child of Shadows. Attribute description. The shadows recognize you as one of their own. Interesting. The shadows recognize me. But what does that mean? Wow. I can see clearly even in the darkness. Finally, something useful. I wonder if I would advise against eating those, friend. You and your advice again. I'm starving to death. Those berries are called bloodbane. They grow in places where human blood has been spilled. That's why they're often found on battlefields or sites of massacres. So what? Bloodbane is poisonous. Just a few bites are enough to kill a grown man. Damn it. A battlefield. A massacre site. Now that I think about it, this place feels familiar. The bones I saw when time was reversing. The shackles. I knew it. Everyone here is going to die.